Two, we're cooking with salty. Today we're finishing up the chicken Parmesan. We're gonna cook some asparagus on the grill, and we're doing it all on the blackstone grill. We got the blackstone fired up. It's been running for a couple minutes. We seasoned it with some Land O'Lakes, butter with olive oil and sea salt. Salty loves to cook with butter instead of oil, especially when I'm on a blackstone grill. I think it just gives it a better seared flavor, a better taste. That's just my opinion. You can use a little olive oil, duck oil, whatever your preference is. I like butter, and now the doctors are saying butter's good for you better. All right, it looks like she's getting up to temperature. My butter looks good. Let's go ahead and throw the chicken on. I've already cut the chicken breasts, like I said. I cut them in half. I boiled them for 5 minutes, dried them, let them cool off. Then I basted them with some of the Land O'Lakes butter with sea salt. Then I put Italian seasoning on them, and I did tenderize the meat. I beat them out before I processed these patties. Hammered them out to get them nice and thin, so we can get that nice little crunchy chicken Parmesan. Some people don't like it that way, but in the Belt family, we like it with a little bit of crunch. Here she goes. Go ahead and dump her all on there. And we'll start cooking with that. Go ahead and get the asparagus on there. Oh yeah, hear that nice little sizzle. That's what we want, that little sizzle. I'm cooking on high heat, and I do have all 4 of my burners on. Get these spread out. They're all on the grill. Won't take but about 5-6 minutes with the asparagus. Boy, they're already smelling good. And I broke the ends off this asparagus. I soaked it in some water, then dried it. And then I did use a little extra virgin olive oil on the asparagus. And then all I came back and hit it with some salt and pepper. I mixed my salt and pepper in a little bowl and just spread it out on there and mix it up. And you can use whatever you like to your taste. Let's see what these are looking like. Oh yeah. And when those get about done, we're gonna hit it with some Parmesan cheese and get it to crust up on there. And then we'll top it off with our spaghetti sauce. I made some fresh spaghetti sauce today with 3 different blends from Walmart. And we're gonna top it off with that. And maybe a little cheese on the top of that, a little melt down. And we're serving this meal today with the chicken Parmesan, of course the asparagus. I got some garlic bread, cheesy garlic bread in the oven, and my wife's making a fresh salad. And that's what we're gonna have this evening. Hopefully it'll turn out right. But so far the Blackstones never let me down on a meal, no matter what I'm cooking. One of the favorites around here is just a good old-fashioned smash burger. And we'll have an episode on Salty's recipe for a smash burger. My friend in the neighborhood, Miss Benton, has a special recipe she makes on burgers, and it's one of the best I've ever had. And we'll also do an episode on steaks, just a simple ribeye T-bone steak. I'll show you a simple marinade, 2 sauces, all you need, and bam, you got a Roost Chris House meal, better than Roost. So if you learn how to cook on the Blackstone, it's a must-have item in your outdoor grilling arsenal, which I still use my gas grill. I gotten to where I like cooking on charcoal now. Even my pellet grill, you got it, we'll cook on it. We'll make it work. I learned a lot about cooking is all in the prep. Get your prep right, makes cooking easy. Leave the cleanup for the wife. She's getting there. Leave it on. Now, like I said, this chicken's already been parboiled for about 5 minutes, and it's cut in half and beat out, so it's real thin, so it won't take long to cook. And she is looking and smelling delicious already. Wish you could be here smelling it over this grill. I'm gonna step away from the action 1 second. I'll be right back. My YouTube music went off. I wanted to get it fired back up. Nothing like cooking with some good old coastal beach music or some Jimmy Buffett. Oh, look at that. Well, is there any questions out there? Well, I guess not. Anybody hit me up with a question? I'm just an amateur cook, just trying to cook the best I can for my family. It's a passion of mine. I love cooking. I always have. I've had 4 boys, and all their friends will come over, and I cook for them all the time, and I miss those days. And I've had the pleasure of having my son and his my daughter-in-law and their 3 kids come down for the weekend and visit me, and that brings me happiness because I know I'll be in the kitchen cooking, and I love cooking for my family and friends. And over at Salty's house, we're always grilling and chilling, having a great time with family and friends. And oh yeah, see, I'm getting a nice brown crust to it there. You can see that? That's what we're looking for right there. That little brown crust on the top. Right there. We're about ready to hit that with some cheese. I'm going to go, while my producer's still filming it cooking, I'm going to go rinse this pan out real fast. Back. Oh, the asparagus is looking tasty. It's always hard to tell when it's done. I've learned there's no rhyme or reason which way to do it. I always learned about 6 minutes is good. But sometimes in our household, we like it a little bit crunchier. And I don't know, I grew up with that little crunchy, barky taste. The old belt way, but over the years I'm gotten where I can eat it either way, a little less, but we're about ready to pull that off. And let's go ahead and dust this chicken. And go get a knife. I'll be right back. Let me open this. It's so hard to open these containers now, these packages, especially when you're getting older like I am. Oh yeah, since we got the whole bag of cheese, Let's go for it. Let's go for it. And one beauty about the Blackstone grill, she is an easy machine to clean. Just get her hot and get you a good old hot wet rag and wipe her down. Now some people like to dust their little asparagus with some cheese. Since we got abundance of cheese, let's go ahead and do a dusting of that. Let's see what that looks like. Add a little flair to it today. There she goes. Move this away. Oh yeah, she's looking good. Look at that cheese. Look at that nice crust on it. We'll have a little hint of that Parmesan cheese on there. And a lot of people like to dust it with a dry Parmesan cheese when it's done, but we'll let the table decide what they want to do with that today. Oh yeah. Folks, I'm talking about 2 more minutes, she's going to be done. Go ahead and burn that cheese on the back side of them. Look how that cheese is crunching up. That's what we're looking for. That's what you were looking for right there. Oh yeah. Hopefully this will be another all-star meal at Salty's house. We've been at the pool all day, and I know I got a bunch of hungry kids and son and daughter-in-law and wife. You know, just at the beach, you never know what we're going to throw on the grill. Could be fish tonight. In the morning, bacon, egg, sausage. You never know. It could be just a can of tomato soup and a pimento cheese sandwich at Salty's. All right. I think it's got to burn on there a minute. We're gonna give it about another minute. That's what I look for on it. We got some crunching up right here on the grill. Let that finish melting down on both sides. I love some old crunchy, crusty cheese. That really makes it. All right, I'm gonna start taking off the asparagus. Sorry this took so long. We'll speed it up in the video, but I just wanted to show you about how long it takes to cook. Oh, look at that good old cheese right there. Nothing but flavor. All right, we'll go ahead and throw this chicken on it. Ooh, that's getting hot. Oh, yes. I wish you could be here to smell the flavor of this. That butter just gives it some kind of aroma that's just unheard of. All right, we'll come back later and clean the old Blackstone. I'll scrape it real fast. Then we'll come back and hit it with some steam water while it's hot. And she will be cleaned up. But look how easy that is to clean, guys. And ladies. There's a lot of ladies out there that can probably do a better job than us men, but my wife told me that the grilling's for the man. And I kind of like that. The house cleaning's for the woman. Grilling's for the man. But I'm going to tell you, nothing ever gives me a greater sense of accomplishment and passion in cooking for my wife and family. It's an honor for me. when the guests come over and they allow me to cook for them and share my skills. And a lot of people ask, Salty, where'd you learn to cook? Well, I grew up in a town called Florence, South Carolina. My dad, he did a lot of the cooking in my family. And I learned a lot from him, but I'd have to say I learned a lot from my grandma McClam, my mom's mom. And I got an old cousin back in Florence named Michelle. And I'm telling you, she's one mean cook. And I'm going to have some episodes country cooking with Michelle. And I'm telling you, I've learned a lot from her over the years. And she learned all her cooking from my dad's sister, Abigail, which I'm telling you, man, it's one of the best I've ever had in the world. Well, I'm cutting off the grill. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take this upstairs and plate it. And we'll get back with the reviews after this meal. Thank you for sharing your time with Salty today.